All right, Jonathan, what gives? Now Aaron's back and you're not, so who's gonna be out next time? So, hope you're all right. We're going over number 30 from the homework because it had a little twist that we wanna observe, because it comes up sometimes. So, looking for one, did you find that rule number 27 looked a little bit like it, or pretty much like it? Like, Gianni, why did you reject number 27?
Because there was the u squared on the outside, but then there was also the du. So it's if it was like a 3x, oh, then it would have just been the du it would have just been like a 3 or something.
Right, it was a 3. So, you always figure it out when you get into class.
Yeah, when I start talking about it, then it's like, wait a second.
Talk to yourself at your house.
What?
I didn't find that rule because I didn't see like I did the one that was a squared plus u squared. Because I couldn't find that one.
We can switch them. When it's plus, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
You
so
know,
can
when
do
it's
the other
minus, it does matter. But when it's plus, it can be thought of as a squared plus u squared. So.
Oh, so you can do rule 38 then?
Yeah, but 27 is the one that matches. Because of what does rule 30?
Oh, and it is minus.
Okay. Yeah, minus makes a difference.
Gotcha.
All right, so Gianni, back to you. What is u in this problem?
3x.
What is u, huh?
3x.
All right. And du?
3.
All right. So so we have to make an adjustment. I'm going to put the 3 over here because it's part of the dx, or the du. We're creating the du. It's right there. So that's our du. And therefore I have to take out a 1/3. Now, the only thing is this still is not ready to go. And that's, Morgan, where I let you down yesterday. So, Morgan, one thing we did right was, what is our a, Morgan, in this one?
2.
Because,
Or square root of 2.
right, we have to square whatever a is and get what's sitting here. So square root of 2 is what that must be. Now, the only thing is, what about this isn't exactly set up? Do you see the problem, Gianni? What is it?
You need a 9 in front of the outside. X
Right,
squared.
because we picked 3x as our u. This is also squared. So this has to be identical to this. This has to have a 9, and it doesn't. So 9s are easy to stick in when we need them. So guess what, Morgan? I kept saying, where'd that 1/9 come from? Where'd that 1/9 come from? Well, that's where it was. So I'm going to stick in the 9 here and a 1/9 out here. So now we're ready. Most of them, Aaron, don't even have anything, much to do. Sometimes they UDU, but this one had 2 adjustments to make it fit this form. So do you see this is the same as this now? All right, so we're just going to plug in, and that's all there is to it. So start plugging it in then, Gianni. We've got the 127, the 1/8, and then what?
Then it would be 3x times 18x squared.
All right, you're combining the 2 and the 9x squared. Go ahead.
And then plus 2.
All right, square root of 2 squared. All right, and?
The square root of 9x squared plus 2 minus
Square root of 2 to the
square root of
4th.
2 to the 4th, so 4 ln of 3x plus the square root of 9x squared plus 2 plus c.
All right, so well, I tell you, once you get all the parts, you just, throw it in, it's like that. I'd like to also show you one more before I'm going to have, but today we're just going to do another 5 of these and some review problems. So we're not going to accomplish anything more, but just have a work time. And just solidifying these last couple things we've been doing. But there's one more I'd like to do, and it's not from your assignments, and you put it in your notes, please. So switch over to your notes. Erin, did you catch anything about what we were doing?
Yeah.
I mean, finding the form on the page seems to be the trick of it all. All right, so let's see if Aaron can find this one. Having never seen the, having seen the problems. All right. So we're gonna do this example in your comp book. Doesn't look too intimidating, does it?
It does.
No, it doesn't.
If it's triggering it,
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
it intimidates me.
1 over 1 minus sine x dx. Alright, so after you write it down, flip through the pink pages and see if you can find a rule that matches that one. We found, Aaron, that the trig stuff is all in the back. Is it the last page or the next to the last?
Second to last.
Next to the last, alright, E's on the last page, LN's are on the last page. So look, Aaron, on the next to the last page, and see if you can find an integral under the part that says sine and cosine. Where do you see one? Which rule number do you see one that looks like this problem?
Is it 56?
It is. So I'm going to write down, I actually write down the rules. Rule number 56 is 1 over 1, and it has a symbol plus or minus du, and it comes out tangent u negative positive secant u plus c. The thing I wanted to point out, and I think it might have come up yesterday, but I'm not sure, is what sign, S-I-G-N, do you use in the answer? Do you know how to read this formula, Brendan? When here, our problem has negative in it. So this one seems to have both in it, or either in it. It had a plus and a minus. So which one, and then this was a little closer, which one should show up in our answer if we start with a minus?
Minus.
And how did you decide that? Just because it said plus or minus, plus or minus? That's not how you read it. So that's what I want to bring up. And so this minus is in our problem. So that means this minus is the one we're picking from the formula. It is on the bottom. So guess which one we use over here? The one on the bottom.
Can we go back and correct our work from last night?
Yeah. Do you still have it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
And
gonna
which
give
number
fix
was
that.
like that?
I don't remember which
It
ones. I'm
was
gonna.
number 26. Well, that was one of them because I got the sign wrong.
What was the sign supposed to be for that one?
I don't even know. I gotta look at the thing again.
Alright, so let's, well, let me finish this and we'll turn it off and then I'll help you figure out which one it was from last night. So the problem is going to follow this answer, and the answer is tangent of u, in our case is just x. We didn't have any du problems to adjust for. We're going to pick the plus and
That's really cool.
secant x plus
Really
c.
stupid now.
Alright, just so you know how to read that formula, I did bring that up yesterday. So if you're using the sign that's on the top, you use the sign that's on the top. Use the one on the bottom, use the one on the bottom. That's so they don't have to write the rule twice. So, alright. Jonathan, we're not doing anything new, I think I said. We're going to be working on some more of these, so I'll write the problems on the board and that'll be all for this video. We'll just be working in class on these problems and some of the review problems from this chapter. So that's all I have to say, but you can look on the board when I get those up. So get well. All right.